Yo, what is going on, everybody? And welcome back to another video of Fazos' thoughts on Monday Night Raw. So, for anyone who did or did not watch Monday Night Raw, the end of Monday Night Raw was actually it was thrilling. I'm not gonna hold you like that. That shit was really good. They had Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. And I'm not gonna lie, as much as I knew Gunther was gonna win, WWE has been doing this for quite some time now. When it comes to the Bloodline, when it comes to just a lot of matches since Triple H has taken over in terms of making you believe that someone really might actually lose their title on any given night. In my opinion, I feel like that match should have been on Bad Blood, but that's just another conversation for another day. But yeah, pretty much we got Sami Zayn versus Gunther after Gunther has pretty much told Sami Zayn no for like a month straight. Sami has been telling me he's like, oh, I want this world title match, and as you guys know, Sami Zayn had beat Gunther at WrestleMania 40 this past April for the Intercontinental Championship. So, it would make sense that Gunther wouldn't necessarily want to face him because he's like, well, this is the only guy who has beaten me in the past. So why would I give him a title shot or an opportunity when I can lose it again? So pretty much when the match was over, as y'all know, that they had an announcement at Bad Blood this past Saturday that every crown jewel, which is coming up in November, no, October, is it this month? I think it might be the end of this month, or maybe early October, early November rather, that the two world champions are going to face each other for this random title at Crown Jewel. So, by the looks of it, you're gonna have Nia Jax versus Liv Morgan. I mean, I think we know how that's gonna go. And now you're gonna have Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. Now, one of my, you know what I'm saying, one of my brothers, homies who, definitely be contributing to the views and likes, shout outs to my man's Antonio No Limit. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much put it to the best way that I can possibly put it, bro. They are booking themselves in a corner. Because now, each and every year, you're going to have this situation where you're going to have an unnecessary, literally an unnecessary storyline that's going to culminate for about 4 weeks. You're going to have dudes who are supposed to be on Raw on SmackDown, dudes who are supposed to be on SmackDown on Raw for about a month straight, right? And in my opinion, if you're gonna do the whole situation where you have guys not be on their correct show, then you might as well do that for the Survivor Series, traditional 5-on-5 tag match where it's SmackDown versus Raw. So it's like you're doing that, but you're only doing that with You're doing that with two people. Where okay, that's cool because you're not gonna necessarily have so many people on the wrong show. Like I love when they stay true to the brand split, but obviously, that's just the one time of the year where everyone wants to represent Raw or SmackDown. It really makes no sense to me unless they correlate a story behind it. But at the end of the match on Monday, Cody Rhodes that came out, he had stared down Gunther. And, it's like as much as a good match as that's going to be, I just feel like you're throwing away a money match for Crown Jewel. Like, as everyone probably knows, last year at the Royal Rumble, Cody Rhodes and Gunther were the last two in the ring, right? They had about, like, I want to say maybe an 8 minute, maybe it was 10 or 15 minute match. Like, it was a one-on-one match, right? Like, at the end of the Royal Rumble. Like, it was really good. Like, I honestly felt like, damn, like, I could watch that shit again, right? Now, of course, you have to be careful what you wish for because it seems like we're going to get that again at Crown Jewel. But at the same time, it's just like, you can have this quality of a match, right? You can have this quality of a match. You have Cody Rhodes, his whole thing when it comes to him being his family, finally getting the belt that, his family was never able to attain. You have Gunther, who is, I mean, he can do no wrong in the booking. Like, no one, they have booked this guy tremendous for the last 2 years. Like, he's as good as it gets. The way that he talked about Damian Priest calling him street trash, like, I can easily see Gunther talking about Cody Rhodes' family, saying, like, there's a reason why your father wasn't able to win this title. Like, you guys you don't hold the mat sacred. Like, it's all about the pyros and all this stuff. But, like, what happens when you really get into the ring with someone like myself? And in my opinion, Triple H might do this thing that he's been doing for quite some time now. He did this to me on Bad Blood. I thought that Drew McIntyre was going to win the Hell in a Cell match. And honestly, as the story went on in the match, it made sense that CM Punk had won. I really don't think that Gunther should lose the match at all. But I wouldn't be surprised if he won. Like, it's you have the guy who is the world heavyweight champion. Gunther has not lost at all. I think the only person he's lost to is Sami Zayn in like 2 years. So having him lose to Cody isn't necessarily going to make him look bad. But then it's like, well, what does that do for Cody? Because Cody is in a weird spot himself. There's no one that he can defend the title with, or defend the title against. Like, he literally gave out a title opportunity to Kevin Owens, and obviously he turned heel off camera this past Saturday. But it's like we're getting to the point where we're just giving out title opportunities because they don't have any rivalries for this guy. And the crazy thing about that is we literally knew that he wasn't going to have any real motion in terms of potentially losing the title until The Rock came back. That's why this title reign for Cody Rhodes has been kind of lame, because it's like, okay, you know, you can have a good match with AJ at, what was it? I think it was Backlash. Was it Backlash? Bash of Berlin? Something. I think he had like 2 title matches with AJ, right? Earlier this year at a pay-per-view. And as good as those matches were, I knew AJ wasn't going to win. And on top of that, it's like there were no stakes for Cody to lose. Like, when the title, for instance, same thing happened with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns' title reign didn't get real gritty until he faced Drew McIntyre at Clash at the Castle in 2021. Like, or was that 2022? Whichever year it was. Like, that's when the title reign got really good, because it's like, oh shit, like, Roman's coming out here by himself because the Usos couldn't travel overseas. We didn't know that Solo was getting called up to the main roster. Like, all he has is Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman can do so much. And Drew McIntyre was in his backyard. So it was like, damn, like, this dude actually has some things, pitted against him to lose the match. Like, I wonder if that means he's going to win or if he's going to lose. Ever since that Clash at the Castle, pretty much every title defense after that was like, wow, like, I wonder if he's going to lose, especially at WrestleMania last year. But, yeah, guys, this is just my opinion on this. You can let me know if I'm wrong. Same thing goes for Nia Jackson and Liv Morgan. Those two are in a weird spot, because it's like Liv Morgan is probably not going to lose the title, because if that was the case, she would have lost it at Bad Blood. And the same thing goes for Nia Jax, because Tiffany Stratton would have cashed in her Money in the Bank on her when they had the chance. So it's kind of like you put yourself in this weird spot of like, okay, are you going to have this person come in and win the match off of a cash-in? Like, does Tiffany potentially, mess up Nia Jax during that match? And the thing is, these matches aren't for a real title. They're not going to be holding these titles on Monday Night Raw. They're not going to be having these titles on SmackDown. Like, this is just for this event. And I feel like you're giving away money matches down the line. You got to think, like, next year, I don't know if Cody's going to be WWE champion by this point next year, but say you have, say Randy beats him at WrestleMania, which is what I would like to see, right? Randy Orton beats Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, and then on the Monday Night Raw scene, the World Heavyweight Championship could go to anybody, right? So say it's like Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre, right? When it's like, you can get that match somewhere else. Like, this does not have to happen at Crown Jewel. And that's just me. Listen, I'll say it. I'm a Crown Jewel hater. I hate all the events that they have at Saudi. I don't like them, and it's literally for this reason. We get these matches that don't make sense, and they book themselves into a corner to have to figure out something that they shouldn't have to. But hey, man, it's your boy Fazo. I know I've been arguing, but you know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out, bruh.